Well, welcome back. Thursday, February 16th, 2017. Last I checked, I'm still Yael, and it's your daily dose of news, the place to be on I24 News. Now, with U.S. President Donald Trump's announcement that the United States will no longer pursue a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, many organizers and activists in Israel and the West Bank are left wondering what's next. Women Wage Peace is chief among them, a relatively new group aimed at pushing for a political compromise, has had much success in recent months with a march last fall that thousands took part in. But can they succeed in the new political reality that is unfolding? Let's take a look first at who Women Wage Peace are. Yes, you're right, they're mainly women, and then meet them in person.
Women Wage Peace works towards a long-term understanding between Israel, the Palestinians, and other states in the Middle East. The group believes that the involvement of women will result in a better and more effective peace process. Instead of turning to a military approach, they aim to bring a political resolution to the public agenda. They want to restore hope and work towards a peaceful existence for future generations. Women Wage Peace believes coexistence is possible and that a new and different reality is attainable. Although President Donald Trump did not rule out a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, he did not give preference to any specific resolution. This lack of promise leaves the public unsure as to the next steps their leaders will take. How will the committed members of Women Wage Peace continue their struggle for a peaceful outcome in this new political environment? Indeed, can their call for a political solution yield any results in the near future at all?
With me in studio, Anat Negev. She's the Strategic Outreach Director for Women Wage Peace. Good morning to you. I want to thank you so much for being here. And with us also, her Palestinian counterpart, Huda Abuarquob, live via Skype from Hebron. Also, the Regional Director of the Alliance for Middle East Peace. Huda, I want to thank you so much for joining us via Skype, because you couldn't get, I just want to make sure that everybody understands it's raining here in the Middle East today, and that causes a lot of flooding, especially in Hebron, and sadly you couldn't get to us, but I'm glad that you're joining us in any case. Huda, I'm actually going to start with you, okay? When it comes to what was said yesterday in Washington, that the two-state solution is not the only path forward, what do you think that does to the attempts for reconciliation and getting just Israeli people and Palestinian people to get to know each other and possibly discuss moving forward? What will that do?
Well, most of the discussion has been for many years about the two-state solution, and since it's not viable anymore, I feel like people have to move forward and start thinking of other options. And today I just read something about the only option actually is on the ground is the one-state solution, one democratic state solution, and I don't think it's a matter of who is accepting or denying that. It's a matter of how we are going to do the switching of the frame in general, the way we are thinking of Israel and Palestine as two independent neighboring states.
It's two.
So
No, go ahead.
So it's a lot of work. We have spent ages in order to convince both people that the two-state solution is the solution, and in which both people will have their own independence and their sense of dignity and justice and eventually peace. And now, when this is not viable anymore, and the whole world is actually acting as if it is, especially because of the political changes taking place all over the world, so what is it that we are expecting from the people now? And this, in my opinion, the huge question here. It's a huge question, Huda. Don't go away. I'm going to actually pose the same question to your partner here, not in studio with me. The notion of reconciliation seems further away than ever, one may say this morning. One may argue, so to speak. Moving forward, how can Women Wage Peace move forward now?
Well, I think everybody is wondering today. I mean, it's really too soon. And I'm trying to be optimistic. What I heard was choose either solutions that works for you. It could be a two-state solution, it could be a one-state solution. Each of us has his own preferences. And I think it's too early. We're working with the ones who are elected, and these are the leaders, and these are the people that we're going to and demanding find a solution. And we're still optimistic.
No, still optimistic in that respect. You also, I mean, there is a letter that actually the organization sent to Ivanka Trump, that would be Donald Trump's daughter. Your organization, both you and Huda, Women Wage Peace, sent the following letter to Ivanka Trump. I'm going to read this out. Dear Miss Trump Kushner, obviously you know the full name. Women Wage Peace would like to congratulate you on the momentous roles you and your husband have taken upon yourselves in your father's administration. We wish your husband great success in his role as the senior advisor overseeing the Middle East efforts. We're convinced that you have a significant influence in this matter and urge you to take upon yourself this most important task. Huda, I want to ask you, do you think that, Ivanka Trump is going to listen to Women Wage Peace?
Well, I don't think that's really the question. The question is what should we be doing the next 4 years? Are we going just to give in to being resentful and just think that the world is going to collapse or not? Personally, I don't think she is going even to read that, because they have enough problems inside America to deal with now. But this is what Women Wage Peace is doing, is we're being active with what we have now instead of just sitting there and giving in to despair.
And then Huda, strong words in that. Anat, I'm asking you, why do you think that women, I personally think so, okay? I think that women should be put more up front. But why do you think that an organization of women can actually bring about change? What is it that we have that, dare I say it, men don't?
Well, men, first of all, I have to remind you that we do have 15% of men in the movement, and any man that wants to join is very, very welcome.
Of course, but women are at the forefront.
Yes, but we're trying to change part of the dialogue of women giving birth and then giving the children to the army, to the generals, to decide upon their fate. And what we're doing is we feel that having the right to give birth, we also have the right to negotiate, to demand, to pursue the life of the children. And this is why I think coming from women, coming from this very basic place of motherhood, we have a better chance.
It was the Organization for Women that brought about, many will argue, that brought about the end of the Second Lebanon War, the Israeli occupation of southern Lebanon. So I'm assuming in that respect. And just to put in another person into this discussion, I want us to go to the only man right now in this discussion. Girls, please stick by. Mohammed Al-Qassem, in the short time that we do have, there are many peace NGOs that are pushing an agenda that seems very far away this morning. How are they planning to move forward?
Well, I hate to rain on your parade or the parade of the ladies there, but these NGOs and these groups, they don't really result or have big implications and consequences on the end results, on the policymakers. Even though they do produce good personal relationships, they don't produce an impact and affect the actual decision makers. What they're trying to do now is they're trying to talk directly to the policymakers. They're trying to affect them directly in hope that there will be some kind of an impact, which they will have a good result at the end. But at this point, these groups are still trying very hard, and they're trying to change the way they approach the conflict and approaching the decision makers.
And approaching the decision makers, Mohammed Al-Qassem, both Huda and Anat, first of all, I have faith in you because I have to have faith in women, right? We have to stick together. So I want to thank you both so much for joining us this morning. May this be for all the sons and children we'll ever have. And of course, Mohammed Al-Qassem, who joined us as well. When we get back, don't go away. Fake news, what is it? Why is the American president so in love with it in this post-truth era? No flipping.